So, based from my experience, yung mga managers that handled me so far, they're very casual. So, they don't really like being called sir, ma'am, po, opo, like first name basis.
Walang
So,
hierarchy.
so far, nasanay ako na puro first name basis
First name
when it
basis.
comes to work.
Hello and welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. And today, our episode is titled The Culture Compass: How to Spot a Company That Actually Cares. So, I'm Rafael.
I'm Felix.
I'm April.
Julia.
Right. So, let's start no. Ano ba yung mga parang buzzwords or mga culture fit na naririnig nyo out there na people tend to like and also maybe people should be conscious about?
Siguro for me, no, so I don't actually look for the buzzwords, the words na nandun sa company page or job
Description.
page. But I try to research about the company and even their social media. Sometimes nandun kung ano yung mga ganap nila, especially if it's company or tech related. So I search if they have certain kinds of specific opportunities for tech people, like upskilling, mga ganun na initiatives and so on. So that's how I determine kung it's a plus for me yung company.
Kayo?
So, sa akin naman po, every time po na may interview, kunyari, yung HR, ganun, kapag may word po sila na like, family tayo dito, ganun.
Family tayo
Oo.
dito.
Yung mga ganun po, something to be cautious about. And also, kapag naghahanap din po ako ng mga company, nag-search po ako sa Reddit. Usually, dun po talaga merong mga, parang mga red flag na company. Dun po
Honest
nakikita.
reviews,
Yes.
yes.
Bakit ano ang family? Bakit parang sabi mo parang red flag or cautious ang term na family? Di ba? Supposed to, family unit, di ba? Maganda nga supposed to be yun, di ba?
Kasi usually po, kapag, madalas po na naririnig ko po sa mga ibang mga people, ganun, or mga dati pang may mga trabaho na, kapag narinig ko po sila na may family daw po, ibig sabihin, parang, minsan po na, ano po yung mga, yung personal life mo, ganun, parang, masyado pong silang,
Masyadong parang
Involved
involved
yes.
sa personal.
Kaya hindi na nasa-separate
Opo.
yung
Work-life.
Yeah, yung
Yes
work-life
po.
balance. Wala
Yes.
nang usually ganun. Pero going back po dun sa question kanina, I think yung reviews, like sa Glassdoor, Reddit,
Yes.
yeah. Pero big help din yung network. So if nasa tech industry ka kasi 'di ba very sa atin yung umattend sa mga events Tapos doon ka nakakakilala ng different kind of people, yung mga senior level, yung mga baguhan pa lang din sa industry. Doon makikita mo yung kung saan na sila nanggaling and magkakaroon na rin sila ng feedback about these types of companies. Tapos from there malalaman mo rin kung saan mo ipi-place yung sarili mo, kung saan mo mas gugustuhan mag-apply. I think dito sa company na to, mas mag-fit ako because of XYZ reasons. Parang ganun.
Iba rin yung pag galing sa kakilala mo yung feedback. So may and us here in the tech community, iba rin yung yung iba rin yung feedback from the tech community. So if they're involved sa mga events, mga ganyan, so nakikita mo yung exposure ng company. Ayan.
May mga certain sa job description aside from it's lucky if may kilala ka dun sa company na yun, no? Pero kung wala kang kilala, may mga hinahanap ba kayong words? Or sabi mo lang search lang sa social media ganyan?
Yes, so what I actually do is I search on social media, not just LinkedIn, even sa Facebook. Minsan kasi sa Facebook mas casual. So hindi parang very LinkedIn or formal yung mga posts nila doon, no. So yung mga events and then I also try to connect with people from that company to ask for at parang cold message lang na or cold emails na what do you think about this company? But so far, mostly galing sa network ko yung nakikita ko mga companies.
Okay. What if nasa interview phase ka na? no? Siyempre, tapos sabihin ng HR, oh, do you have any questions for me? Or, di ba? Yun yung dulo, di ba? Minsan, or parang in between.
Exactly.
Right. Ano mga usually tinatanong nyo?
Actually, hindi po siya sa tinatanong. More of an observation.
No, okay.
I've been into multiple interviews already, and I can say pag yung HR, masyado siyang adamant in terms of hiring for that position. Yung masyadong quick. Tapos parang mapapansin mo yung role is 6 months, 1 year, nag-hire na naman sila ng panibago. Medyo red flag na siya kasi siguro na rin siya, advice na rin to for the young people na nag-i-interview ngayon. Pag nakikita nyong masyadong mabilis mag-hire dun sa position na yun for that role, parang medyo may red flag na
Parang
dun.
nagmamadali.
Kasi, bakit maraming umaalis? Bakit adaman silang i-fill yung role na yun? Kasi masyado mamataas yung pressure. Bakit hindi nila na-keep yung previous person working for that role? So, may mga ganun na kina-consider.
I see. Paano mo masasabi na yung HR naman, kasi 'di ba, they're supposed to be the caretakers of you pag nandun ka na, habang sa interview pa lang, or pwede rin nandun ka na, how do you tell na yung HR is your ally or will be your ally or not? May mga parang
Yes, I'm direct actually, opposed to Miss Juliana. So I'm direct. So I ask them. So pag nag-start na si HR or even si hiring manager to ask, do you have any questions? Mag-ask talaga ako ng questions like, what opportunities for growth, career growth, do you offer in your company? So like for example, magbibigay ang example, do you have free sponsorships sa certifications, trainings, etc. and so on and so forth. And if that is something na even si HR, hindi siya technical, can confidently share, or at least man lang may idea, parang alam ko meron sa amin na naggaganon sponsor ganyan. Yes, that's a green flag for me. So that way so depende rin sa tao of course, but for me I ask directly. And so honest naman dapat. So that as long as honest yung HR, hiring manager, the company, it's good.
ano naman pinakagusto nyo sa current company niyo in terms of culture?
So, ako naman po, pinakagusto ko po sa current company ko ngayon is nag-sponsor po sila ng mga certification, lalo na po sa AWS po. So, sila po yung tsaka meron din po kaming parang 1 week na review, ganun. Tapos parang nasa bahay lang po kami, ganun. Tapos nag-review kami.
Wow. So, sa current company mo, kung mag-certify ka, parang may parang time off ka. So,
Opo.
out of the, parang okay yun parang,
Opo.
Makakapag-review na.
makakapag-review ka, parang out of the, so may sineset aside na outside time. So, hindi lang yung certification itself, pati yung time to study for it.
Tapos, depende rin po siya sa course or certification na take mo. Like, kunyari, SAP po siya, professional certification po.
SAP.
Mga 2 weeks po yun.
2
ganun.
weeks.
Opo.
Paid to learn, no?
Opo.
Okay yan
Opo.
Right. And may kapalit ba yun?
Ah,
May bond ba tayong pinag-uusapan dito? 2 weeks off, certificate, 1 year lock. Ganun, no?
meron.
Meron.
Actually, meron po. Parang 1 year po na ban, ganun. Per certification.
Per certification? So, kunwari, madami kang certification, pwedeng
I think
10 years
Top 10
nakalock.
certifications.
Nag-refresh po ata siya. Kunyari, nag-take ka po, so mag-refresh po siya ulit
Or
ng 1 year.
reset to 1 year again.
Reset to 1 year.
So I guess it's a plus if
Pwede na.
in the first place gusto mo yung company that you're working for, di ba?
Yes.
And then you get that benefit. So you're not even planning on leaving naman after 1 year. So it's I think that's very good.
And mapapractice
benefit.
mo rin yung certification na na-acquire mo.
Yes po.
At least hindi siya yung parang, like you said, parang patong-patong, edi
Nagtagal
3
ka.
certifications, 3 years.
3 years. Ganun. Kayo? Meron kayo?
For me, yung opportunity to work on even bigger systems like enterprise level, so microservices level, cloud computing, tapos AI, even AI involved. So, yun yung parang naging driving factor ko on my current company, and also culture-wise, the hybrid work because I'm a Saudi. So, I'm from South pa. So, being able to commute or go to the office at least 3 times a week, that 2 days work from home is really helpful for me. Yan.
So yun yung culture part na nagustuhan mo,
Yes.
yung hybrid setup.
Exactly.
Ako, kakaalis ko lang dun sa last company ko. Pero yung company ko right now, I think yung masasabi ko na very okay sa kanya ngayon is yung training, yung na-train ka talaga into the role or the position that you're currently in. And then dun naman sa past company ko, dun kasi ako naging exposed sa tech industry and dun sa network. So I've met a lot of great people back then. Until now, connected pa rin ako sa kanila.
Whether you're a company looking for visibility or a community friend who simply wants to support, every contribution helps us keep delivering episodes twice a week, and even more special features. Check out our sponsorship tiers and join us at patreon.com/kakacomputer.
Ako nang nagtatanong lagi, no? Yung culture ba na to is usually top-down or saan nanggagaling yung culture na papansin nyo? Like, is it the boss nyo nagda-drive ng culture? Is it the people itself? Like, is it the CEO? You know? Kasi minsan sa Glassdoor, parang may doon, CEO recommendation, di ba? Saan ba galing ang culture?
Parang nagdadepende rin po kasi siya. Kasi in my case, dun sa previous ko, it's more of the people. Pero of course, meron pa ring influence nung management. As it should, 'di ba? Pero during that time, parang it's more of the people you worked with. Doon nabubuo yung culture niya. Doon nabubuo yung kung sino kayo as a team, makikita niyo yung strengths and weaknesses ng isa't isa. And from then, mabubuo yung name ng company, sino kayo. Tapos doon kayo makikilala. Doon yun nababrand yung sarili niyo from other partners. So, ganun.
Actually, same din po. Pero may involvement din po yung management since sa kanila din po nanggagaling yung mga like certification or opportunities po na nakuha din po namin. And syempre po yung mga nakakatrabaho mo po, nagkakaroon po kayo ng parang bond and parang kayo po yung parang nagbibigay ng parang goal po sa company, mga achievements po, gan.
For me, I think it's a collective effort ng management or yung mga nasa taas din, yung mga people on the ground that's doing the work. No? So for the leaders, they lead by example. So hindi lang puro mem or mandate sa company or policies and ganyan. Ginagawa nila. So based from my experience, yung mga managers that handled me so far, they're very casual. So they don't really like being called sir, ma'am, po, opo, like first name basis.
Walang
So
hierarchy.
so far nasanay ako na puro first name basis when it comes to work. Ayan. So at the same time, yung mga employees naman, if yung culture na pinapakita ng leader is something na of course dapat as an employee i-manifest mo din. Since you're part of that group, hindi naman pwedeng makiki-individual ka or makiki-loner ka dun sa culture ng company mo, and then you're gonna work on many projects. Yeah.
Pakikisama din
Yes,
kasi siya.
exactly.
Speaking of pakikisama, no, I don't know if nabasa nyo to recently, yung parang may post na parang naiilang daw siya kasi bagong join ng team, tapos hindi siya nagsusir or nagmamam agad, no? Parang, close ba tayo? Bakit ganyan? Anong reaction nyo dun?
Ay, hindi ko nakita yung post
Same,
na
sir.
yun.
Hindi ko
Hindi
rin
niya
nakita.
nakita? Nakita mo?
Nakita ko siya.
Nakita mo?
So, parang may nagre-reklamo bakit first name basis ata agad yung tawag sa kanya ng new hire. So, for me, parang I understand na it's a very old school way, pero parang ganun na rin yung observation ko sa culture in the Philippines. Yung mga companies sa Philippines, na ganun naman talaga, like very parang magalang na ma'am, sir, kahit yung mga kuya guard, boss,
may
ayan.
kuya pa nga, di ba? Sabi mo kuya guard,
Kuya guard, di ba? So,
Hindi lang guard, kuya
may
may.
mga ganun kasi. So, parang innate na sa atin as Filipino. And then, siguro my impression would be, I start with ma'am, sir. But then, if they tell me na, huwag na mag-ma'am, sir, casual na. Sure, casual. Wala namang problema, di ba?
Kasi pag sa Western culture kasi, 'di ba? I worked with international people then before. Tapos tinawag ko silang sir. ma'am, ganyan. Tapos parang na-offend din sila. Parang sa kanila kasi, parang tinatawag mo ko na mas matanda.
Old, yeah.
Parang,
Yun nga
yeah,
yung
you're
sabi
calling
nila.
me old. Ganon. Pero it's not like that. Dito kasi sa Philippines, parang that's our way of showing respect.
Culture.
Diba? Kaya tama rin yung sinabi ni Felix na pag sinabi sa'yo na wag mo akong tawaging sir or ma'am, then I'll call you by first name. Kahit mas senior ka pa sa akin. Parang it's way of showing na magka-level lang tayo. We're partners. We're working together. I'm not working for you. Parang ganun. May difference kasi between colleagues and co-workers eh. So it's more of like, I'm showing na we're colleagues. Ganun.
Alright. No. Pero I think on that case, no, parang siguro may mali din yung new hire kasi hindi niya
Napakiramdaman.
Yung pakiramdaman
hindi niya
yung, ano,
napakiramdaman
yung vibe
yung yes, kasi 'di ba, bago ka, I think it's ideally ikaw yung una mag-a-adjust sa culture,
Yes.
right? But of course, manager naman, I'm not sure kung post-worthy yung dapat magreklamo siya agad, no?
Yun na lang sinabi.
Yun na sinabi or kinausap or something, no? Pero, so, I think, walang tama per se, no? Ganyan. So, wanna have a last question naman. In terms of culture, hindi ko na napapansin to, pero dati, usong-uso tong term na to, unlimited leaves sa culture. Hindi ko na nakikita to, actually, ino-offer unlimited leaves. Ang ibig sabihin na is, leave ka lang, no? As long as ma-approve.
Yeah.
If ma-approve.
If ma-approve.
If ma-approve.
Actually, I have experience on that on my very first job. Work from home siya the whole year, and then unlimited leaves. Pero yung dami ng workload, hindi ka makakapag-leave. And
Siguro kasi kaya siya unlimited leave kasi siya outcome based.
yeah.
'Di ba? So nakaano din siya. Ikaw na bahala kung kailan mo tatapusin, kung kailan mo siya gagawin.
Tatimingan mo eh.
Oo. Basta dapat pagdating ng deadline tapos yung trabaho.
Tsaka ka nun pwede makapag-leave. Pero if nagkataon na sunod-sunod yung project mo,
Hiya na lang.
So ano to, red flag ba to or green flag? Sa experience
it depends on the employee. At that time, that's my first job. I need the experience. So I just took the opportunity. But kung ngayon siya nangyayari right now, with my years of experience, X.
X na
Red
siya.
flag, yes.
Ngayon.
For me, for me.
Bakit siya naging red flag?
Yung workload to the point na you can't even, parang nasa paper lang yung yun yung red flag for me. Pero if yung hindi naman siya yung sasagarin ka na every every after the project tuloy-tuloy, yung parang nahihiya ka na mismo. Mafe-feel mo yan sa sarili mo. If ikaw na yung nahihiya to ask for a leave, maybe there's something wrong.
Ay, totoo
But if you're
naman.
comfortable on saying, sir, can I have this pause? Can I have this leave muna so that I can spend my time with my family, ganyan, or vacation?
Baka kaya in unlimited leave kasi parang unlimited leave bibigay namin sa'yo pero ito din yung kapalit na workload na hindi ka na
Yun yung red
makakapag-leave.
flag. Yun yung red flag,
Wala kang
actually.
chance.
Yes, but if yung company naman is okay to accept those leaves as long as you finish your work nga, tapos wala namang sunod-sunod or very heavy projects na parang simultaneously na naka-assign sa'yo. So,
Kapila.
okay naman. Walang problema.
Tinitingnan nyo ba yan? Yung number of leaves sa company na magandang culture? Like, I think by law, mga 5 lang ata per year,
Tapos
di ba?
accumulated pa po.
Oo. Tapos iba, pwede pang na carry over, yung iba hindi, no? So I think by law, hindi ata. Pero kailangan i-convert to cash or something, I don't know. No?
Based from my experience, nako-convert yung iba. So, minsan,
Yung iba convertible to
ako
cash.
kasi hindi ako madalas mag-leave talaga on very special occasions lang.
So sa'yo, you don't care ng number of leaves masyado?
As long as there's an adequate amount na parang nafe-feel ko na parang ito yung, may idea kasi ako kung ilan yung yearly events on my family, ganyan. Yung family, important yun. And then extra na lang yung ibang events. And then as long as ma-meet siya yung minimum ko,
Which
I
is,
think I'm good.
mga more or less,
Parang mga umabot lang ako ng 6 or 7 leaves per
6
year.
or 7 leaves
That's
per year.
vacation leave. So, I think anything more than that is extra na okay lang naman sa akin. That's just me personally, no?
Sa inyo?
Sa amin naman po, nasa 15 po yung leaves po namin. Tapos hati pa po siya per quarter.
And okay ka, 15 per quarter?
Hati po. Parang yung 15 po na yun, 7 po ata.
7 per
Tas hati
quarter.
siya.
Parang
ganun. 7
no,
per quarter.
hahatiin yun sa buong year po, yung leave na yun. Pati yung sick leave po, ganun.
Okay, 7. Basta mga around 15 yung sa in a year.
Sa akin, hindi ko po siya tinitignan. Hindi ko siya tinitignan kasi yung mga napasukan kong company, mostly work from home or yung isa naman na workan ko ng on-site, nagamit ko yung leave ko. Pero kasi during that time, hindi naman ako super nag-travel. Pero mahilig kasi ako mag-travel. Kaya pag nag-apply din ako ng work or pag naghahanap ako, very important sa akin yung outcome-based siya. Kasi mahilig akong mag-travel and then mag-work. So, nag-work ako habang nagta-travel. Kaya hindi important sa akin yung leave. Ang important sa akin basta outcome-based. Kasi from there, hindi ko na kailangan mag-count pa ng leaves. Yung ika-count mo yung days mo, tas ima-match mo pa siya dun sa time ng flight, yung mga ganun.
Actually, to add on Julia's point, no, so if my work from home or hybrid, in my case, hybrid siya. So, that's why I don't really care that much kasi yung nagpapahirap is the commute. So, for example, it's my birthday on Monday and then I have to work. If it's work from home, okay lang, magka-clock out naman ako.
Pasok ka naman para may cake
So,
sa office.
Baka may pa-pizza.
Pakain ka naman.
So, pag gusto ko lang mag-spend time with my family, I can just work from home and then the commute, wala na yung commute and then I can just go celebrate ng afternoon. So, yun yung sweet spot pwede rin.
Alright.
Thanks to our sponsors, Agora, Tutorials Dojo, Young CTO, Amazon Web Services User Group Philippines, and Facebook subscribers. On to our next episode.